When a young Cristiano Ronaldo first walked into the Manchester United dressing room, he was a raw, unproven talent from Portugal. He had dreams, sure, but he couldn't have imagined the weight of the legacy that was about to be placed on his shoulders. He initially asked for the number 28 jersey, the same number he wore at Sporting Lisbon. It felt safe, familiar. It was a number without expectation, a number for a young player still finding his feet. But Sir Alex Ferguson, the legendary manager, had other ideas. He saw something in this skinny kid with the flashy step-overs. He saw not just potential, but greatness. He saw the future of Manchester United. So, Ferguson made a decision that would echo through the history of football. He didn't give Ronaldo the number 28. Instead, he handed him the most iconic, most revered, and most pressured jersey in the club's history, the number 7. This wasn't just a number. It was a symbol. It was the jersey of George Best, one of the most gifted players to ever grace a football pitch. It was the jersey of Brian Robson, Captain Marvel, the embodiment of leadership and grit. It was the jersey of the enigmatic French genius, Eric Cantona, King Eric, who transformed the club's fortunes with his swagger and skill. And most recently, it was the jersey of David Beckham, a global superstar whose precision crosses and celebrity status had made the number 7 famous worldwide. Imagine the pressure on an 18-year-old to be handed a shirt worn by gods of the game, by men who were legends at Old Trafford. It was a massive vote of confidence from Ferguson, but also a tremendous burden. It was as if Ferguson was saying, "I don't just believe you can be good. I believe you can be one of the greats. I believe you can carry this legacy." Many players would have crumbled under that weight. They would have shied away from the responsibility, intimidated by the ghost of the past. The media was skeptical. The fans were expectant. Could this unproven teenager from Madeira possibly live up to the number 7? But Ronaldo wasn't just any player. That gesture from Ferguson lit a fire within him. He later admitted he was nervous, even scared. But more than fear, he felt motivation. It was a challenge, a direct order from his new boss to become the best. He saw it not as a burden, but as an honor. He understood that Ferguson wasn't just giving him a shirt, he was giving him a goal, a standard to strive for. This moment was a pivotal turning point. It marked the beginning of his transformation. He wasn't just a talented winger anymore. He was the heir to a legendary throne. He knew he had to prove himself worthy, not just to the manager, but to the millions of fans and the legends who had worn that famous red number 7 shirt before him. His first season was a whirlwind of adjustment. The English Premier League was faster, more physical, and more demanding than anything he had experienced in Portugal. Defenders were tough, tackles were hard, and there was no time on the ball. Ronaldo, with his penchant for tricks and flair, was often criticized. Some pundits called him a one-trick pony. Opponents targeted him, trying to intimidate him with rough challenges. Fans would sometimes groan when a step-over led to nothing. It was a steep learning curve. He had to learn when to dribble and when to pass, when to showboat and when to be direct. But through it all, Ferguson protected him and guided him. He saw the bigger picture. He knew that beneath the fancy footwork was a player with an incredible work ethic and a burning desire to succeed. Ferguson would publicly defend him while privately pushing him to be better, to be more effective, to add substance to his style. The manager's belief never wavered. He was molding the raw diamond. He had discovered, and slowly but surely, the flashes of brilliance started to become more consistent. A dazzling run here, a stunning goal there. The Old Trafford crowd started to see what Ferguson saw. They started to understand that this kid was special. The number 7 jersey began to fit him more comfortably. It started to look like it belonged to him. He was no longer just the boy who inherited Beckham's number. He was starting to forge his own identity. The FA Cup final in 2004 was a significant moment. Ronaldo scored the opening goal, with a header, helping Manchester United lift the trophy. It was his first major honor with the club. That goal was a statement. It showed he could deliver on the big stage, that he could handle the pressure and produce when it mattered most. It was a sign of things to come, a glimpse into the future. The skinny kid from Portugal was not just surviving under the weight of The number 7. He was beginning to thrive. He was on his way to making that legendary number his own, and in doing so, he was starting his journey to becoming a legend himself. The story of CR7 had truly begun. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for the next episode in the incredible story of Cristiano Ronaldo.